SEMA is the largest convention for aftermarket parts, period. It's the place to be.
Huge, big.
Millions of people show up, and it's only for 4 days, and they show off their latest and greatest.
So it's a great experience, but it's a lot of emotion being there, actually. Well, we'd actually been doing auto shows for Ford over the past year and going around the country with their Mustang garage. Started thinking about the Orbitron project that we did.
When I restored an Orbitron for him last year, he came back one day and I had thousands of chrome pieces all laid out on tables.
And we put that thing together so fast.
And it was like a whole car. All the pieces were pretty much used up.
And I started thinking to myself, well, wouldn't it be kind of cool if at SEMA, we actually built a car from scratch, live on stage.
He was the one that came to us and said, hey, you guys think you can build a 69 Mustang from scratch at the SEMA show in 4 days?
And I said, hey guys, is this possible or am I nuts?
And Bo throws out a lot of crazy ideas, and I sit with him, and I work in the same mindset he does, where the crazier the better, but then the reality sets in, it has to get done.
I think there's going to be a lot of challenges, first of all, because no one's ever done this before.
Anybody can go there and slam something together and make it kind of but we want to do the same thing and blow them away with what we do.
Yeah, I think if we had enough planning, we can do like a kind of a Restomod. I remember Dynacorn had their Mustang bodies.
And Ford Racing came in and they said, well, we have this 351 Windsor that, has, it's been stroked to 392 cubic inches.
A Hillborn fuel injection system.
A 5-speed manual and a 9-inch rear end.
Why they chose the 69 over the other years, that is a big enough Mustang to hold the high horsepower engine that they're getting their hands on. And you can put the bigger brakes, the better suspension on it, and still have it look and feel like an older car with all the modern conveniences.
This is not like we just took a 69 Mach 1 or a 69 Boss Mustang and just restored it on stage. No. You could walk around SEMA and grab all those parts if we had to and then build a car.
We love a challenge, and it just seemed like it would be a fun challenge to take on.
Sounds good.
I love the smell of that glue.
Ready? And you're the supervisor of the boat, aren't you?
Well, I like to be, but I'm not.
Originally, when these Mustangs were built, they were built with 300-400 horsepower tops. Now you could accidentally drop in a 600 or 700 horsepower engine. So what we did is we took the opportunity to over-engineer the product, to put in a denser steel, to put in thicker materials, to add significant amounts of welds so that you don't get the twist and the flex as you do put the torque through there.
Now this is a 69 Fastback parts car that was bought to aid the building of the Dynacorn car. Off of this car we ended up using just so much stuff. The hood, the doors, the deck lid, quarter extensions, the little clip, the windshield height leveler, the door strikers, the door latches, tons and tons of little tiny things that you don't even know you need until you get into one of these things. Run out here, see what it is, and nab it, and run back in and make it work. Oh look, there's that thing Mike wanted.
I struggled with the look of that car.
So I said, look, let's just try a bunch of things, throw it in the wall and see what sticks.
I had mine was all over the place.
And we went through dozens of renderings. Ultimately for some reason, and I don't know if it was in the middle of the night or in the shower, I was thinking, let's have this green color in mind.
This, I really dig
this kind of a goldish, greenish hue. And for some reason, I've kind of had that in the back of my mind, that might be a direction we're pursuing.
That's going to be an absolutely killer medium grass green with gold pearl over it, so it's going to have a gold glow over the green. It'll give it a really cool effect. It's like wax on, wax off. We're creating the negative that someday will become the positive. This is, at best, reference, an idea. You're supposed to interpret that into real life and make it look like the right thing. That's my job. Yeah, we could probably do this with lasers or something, but just take all the fun out of it. Well, yeah, it's only 9 o'clock. Well, we gotta get the white and pearl on. I'd like a little sleep. I gotta be back here early. I know you didn't get much. I haven't had much in a couple weeks. What's today? Thursday?
Yeah, exactly.
We've completely customized the 69 Mustang. The front fender extensions, traditionally there'd be a line here and down, and all this is an add-on piece. These are actually Shelby scoops. These aren't what the factory would have put on. The factory would have been an innie. This is more of an Audi. We filled all the little seams to smooth it as well. We put this on, locate it best you could, grind a lot of the metal away, panel bond adhesive to it, adhere it to the body, and then metal finish all the seams in that. I bet half the people will miss that we even did it, but we totally just shave the door handles right off and it makes that really nice. The transition's good, all the chops look really good. And now everything's gonna just be remote. What I'm doing right now is putting things on the car that have to be installed ahead of time that can't really be done at the show for a number of different reasons. Some things get glued on, some things have adhesive, some being that they can only go on once. They have push clips, they snap on like this drip rail molding right here that's just a complete pain in the ass. And it's taken me like 4 hours to put those two pieces on, and we don't have time to do that at the show.
We have 4 different systems in the car. We have audio, video, we have engine, we have factory wiring, and the little knickknacks that we're hiding in the car to make the car ultra modern. If something goes wrong, we already got backups for it. Probably got a whole backup for that whole car in my toolbox.
This one is without a doubt the largest project that we've ever tried to do with Ford.
It's ambitious. It takes an enormous amount of planning. Just packing and loading, it's a 2-day job. We have to account for everything we need and make 100% sure we've got everything with us. And I mean everything. At least 3,500 pieces. I mean every little clip, nut, bolt, screw, wire, thousands of pieces. You gotta seriously know what you're doing to put one of these cars together.
A lot easier to transport the car, or the panels I should say, on the car than it is to wrap them and try and strap them in a trailer or box truck and that stuff. We're gonna put the car together, transport, and then disassemble there.
All these things are being driven to Vegas by somebody who out and out admits they wear women's lingerie and looks like Rod Stewart and Barry Manilow if they bred.
It's totally outrageous.
God help us.
Show. Well, what we're gonna do is we are gonna build a 1969 Mustang live right here in front of your eyes.
All right, let's get this build going. Come on, guys.
First part going on the car, it's that steering rack.
Sticking my tongue out, it makes me concentrate better.
Go to the front suspension. That's gonna have to be tapped in.
Doing one step at a time, making sure that we don't overlook anything.
There. A-arms, coilovers. get all those in, the sway bar, hook it up so it steers. Then after that, I think we're gonna go to the rear axle.
Smile, JD.
Chris, are those on the right way?
No. Pretty awesome. Love to come watch them work, do what they're doing, work with the tools, and do all this so fast. It's incredible.
We got the front suspension in, rear suspension in. They're doing the brake lines right now. And we got to bleed the brakes, and then we can put it on the ground.
Down. By the end of this afternoon, we want it to be a roller, able to come off the rack on the front and center stage.
It looks like a lot of work.
It's gorgeous.
I think it's the coolest thing that we've had in a booth in a long time. The vehicle looks great. The color combination is absolutely second to none. The components that are going into it are about as good as you can get. It's just a unique concept, and I cannot wait to see this thing together and rolling.
Right now, we're getting ready to drop the engine in, so we're going to take off these motor mounts. We'll break the motor apart from the stand, separate it from the transmission. We'll attach the motor mounts, drop it down between the ears, locate it, pin it.
We have here a TKO 5-speed transmission capable of 600 foot-pounds of torque. Up.
Should have drilled the threads out of that piece and left them in there, because they're going to be a bitch to get back in there.
Right now, I'm walking around looking for the drive shaft. I hope we brought it, because if we didn't, we're in trouble. Did we bring the drive shaft?
Can't think of everything. Besides, then where would the drama be? Gotta have a little drama.
There's the drive shaft. You found it.
Are we in neutral? No, we need to get it neutral.
I'm working. There's an app for that. A couple little wires. Like that. There we go.
We're gonna connect all this stuff. We're gonna hook it up. We're gonna make it work.
We made reference photos as far as that way we make sure it's the last thing we want to do is go backwards and have to disassemble so much stuff just because we put a wire through a different hole than it's supposed to.
I mean, it's a beautiful car, and I think to have it all torn apart and put back here, really only you guys can do this.
On Thursday, start with the body and the interior. The woman's clearly the favorite part of any automobile is this, the rear view mirror. Notice how she adjusted it even before she tightened it up.
I think it's great that, that you can remember the past. Mustang being a great part of Ford, great part of racing history. I think it's a great opportunity to keep things like that alive.
And so I think it's a great idea. Take a frame, use the real parts, the rest of it. And that really gives people who love that car a chance to build something of their dreams.
It's impressive.
I think it's great, and I love the guys building it.
For our consumers, they just like really clean, really nice looking cars, have a lot of good paint detail. It's like hot rods look good because of the contrast between color, chrome, and different finishes. That's what makes your car look sick.
I like the striping too, because they kind of retro in the striping and faded into the back too, so looks good.
Pretty sick. It's beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
Oh, the color's gorgeous. The white spoiler, I love that.
It's incredible.
This is nuts. I've never seen anything like it.
Looks pretty good, huh? First we were like, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I want the stacks angled like this. And then after a while, you kind of go, wow, that's kind of cool. So it happened the first time I wore thong underwear.
The boys from Galpin Auto Sports, put your hands together for me. They are ready to start this bad boy.
Well, I was feeling like 100%, and then Chris just told me he's nervous. So now I just got really nervous too. So we're doing that. I'm just going to say a little prayer real quick.
My only concern from the beginning is to make sure that, you pull off what you said you were going to do when you said you were going to do it and have it be a nice car at the end.
Well, the car's got to run, it's got to drive. We got to make sure it does what it's supposed to do. The end has to be perfect because that's all people remember.
We'll just take it out there and beat the hell out of it and show just like how strong this thing has been built in 3 days.
Yeah, I'm a Ford guy through and through, and to have the opportunity to jump in this machine is going to be incredible. You know, normally I wouldn't jump in a car without testing it, but you know, the guys from Galpin really know what they're doing, and they're using all Ford racing products. So I've definitely tested them multiple times. I'm pretty confident that that thing will fire right up. We'll jump in and go have some fun.
This car was just beautiful. It was just, the color is spectacular. It's Mustang, it's everybody's favorite. It's Ford. What else can we say?
We're just happy as can be right now.
You guys did a great job, man.
I'm running a lot for words, man. This is too exciting.
These guys do an amazing job. I'm so proud of them. So I can hardly wait for the next one to come.
Oh boy, the next one already.
We've always been extremely competitive, but we've been more competitive with ourselves. It was more of how great can we measure ourselves to be? How far can we push the team? What's the best that we can do? I don't really look outside at any other competition out there. I look at how can we make Galpin Auto Sports the best? How can we create the finest customizing team in the world? And to me, I don't care what it takes to get there, we're going to get there. That's the truth.